This one is specific to the person who's a lot like me, who likes to run around and do lots of different things, testing a lot of different things. There's a lot of ways we kind of rationalize it, but sometimes it's legit just like scatterbrain. If you're a young person, you're trying to figure out what you're supposed to do. The thing I've learned is that you really got to pick one, maybe two things max that you're doing for a period of time that you're testing. Two paths that you're testing down, okay? If you are taking in too much data from all these different efforts at the same time, it's going to be hard for you to classify a good finding or a bad finding down any one of the roads, because you kind of forget which road you're on. It's all kind of starts to blend together and stuff like that. A good piece of advice I got from a pastor one time in Dallas was pick one thing that you're going to focus on for 3 months. You could use the quarter system, right? 3 months. I'm about to go into this Whole Foods. 3 months, I'm going to focus specifically on this thing, okay? And I'm going to set specific goals. Learning agenda really is what it is. It's goals of learning. It's not necessarily achieving anything. But here are the specific actions I'm going to take for the next few months so I learn down this path. And then at the end of that 3-month period, you have more data to work with. And then at that point, the question is, do I want to continue this path? I'm excited about it. I'm learning something that's promising or something like that. Or do I want to take a different path? It's very important for you to be deliberate and structured about some of this. Otherwise, you end up having about 16 different efforts that you're making a little bit of progress on. And at the end of maybe a year, you kind of look back and you're like, well, I think I made progress on some of that. I'm still pretty unclear. Here's what you want to be able to do after a quarter, after 6 months maybe. You want to be able to say, this is not for me. You want to be able to rule something out. Finding what you're passionate about, finding what you really want to do, it's more about finding out what you don't want to do than it is finding out that perfect thing. Because guess what? That perfect thing is still going to suck sometimes. It's not like there's a perfect road, not in this life. There's not a perfect job. There's not a perfect career. There's not a perfect business for you. But it's finding the thing that you least hate. And that sounds kind of negative. You will love this thing, but test one path, test one option for a specific period of time, and then stop and evaluate whether you're on the right path.